guys, it's Kelly and I'm back for another vlog. This time we are dyeing my hair, if you couldn't tell from the fact that I'm wearing this shirt that is ruined by bleach, and also the fact that I'm not wearing any makeup today. So about a month ago I did this little ombre situation to my hair. It's fading now, but it was blue to purple to pink, and I did not film it because I didn't really know what I was doing, and there was also just a lot of steps, and I also kind of didn't really go into it with a plan. But it is time for me to touch it up, and I thought I would just do a video of me doing it so you guys could see how I'm doing it. My hair is extremely greasy right now because I've been procrastinating doing this because it was a really time-consuming thing to do the first time. Today I'm actually doing it slightly differently. The first time I did the 3 colors. Don't actually have any more blue hair dye. I ran out. I only have navy blue, so I'm gonna use that, but I think it's gonna fade pretty nicely. And then I'm not gonna add more purple. 1, because the purple has actually not faded at all, and 2, because I'm gonna use magenta instead of pink on the bottom because I also ran out of pink hair dye. So that's how you know I've been using those colors too much recently. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I asked you guys a little while ago to ask me questions. I posted like an Instagram story and you guys asked me questions that I was going to answer when I did a nail polish declutter, but I didn't end up actually filming the declutter because I couldn't really figure out a way to easily do it, so I just started kind of decluttering on my own. But I'll do an organizing video so you guys can see the polishes that I have left, but I'm still not entirely done decluttering. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be coloring my hair, and then we are gonna be answering some questions. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. So let's head on into the bathroom, which is very yellow tone, so you're probably not gonna be able to tell what's going on anyway. Welcome to my bathroom. If you're new here, this is the bathroom where I dye my hair, and the lights are yellow, so it's really hard to tell what's going on. So I'll show you guys the materials that I'm using. I'm not gonna be bleaching my hair, I'm just gonna be covering what I already have. So I have the Splat Naturals navy blue, that's what I'm gonna be putting my roots, and then I have the Overtone Extreme Magenta. So you definitely can't tell that this is magenta because it looks red, but I have that. I have a couple of brushes. Oops. Since I am doing multiple different colors, I kind of need to use brushes instead of just my fingers. And I also have a very stained towel down here that I'm gonna be wiping my fingers in between colors if I need to. And then I have this bowl that I'm going to be pouring some of this into. I don't know what it is about the smell of the Splat Naturals. It like reminds me of something. And now I just realized I think what it is. I'm pretty sure it reminds me of like when I was a kid and I was sick and I would have to use this like nasal spray. That's what this smells like. It's kind of weird. Squeeze it into here. Get some navy blue. I don't know how much I need. Let's start with this much, which is not very much. I don't know. I don't have that much going on. So here's my hair. And here's the thing. I actually used a new to me brand for the pink last time. You can't tell in this lighting, but you can tell in some of my videos. Some parts just didn't turn pink at all because they weren't light enough, which I didn't love. I've used Overtone before. I know it's not an actual hair dye, but I know it's gonna actually make everything pink, even if it's a little bit darker. That's what we're gonna use this time. And now I just have to find the part of my hair where the dye starts and then put all of my brown hair in a ponytail. My friend was just texting me because I posted on my Instagram, so I was like, I don't even know what to do to my hair right now. Somebody help me. But my friend was trying to convince me to dye my whole head this ombre. And don't get me wrong, I would love to do that. The only problem is that is so time consuming and I don't have time for it right now, to be honest. It's literally the only reason. The problem with re-dyeing hair is that there's always like little strands that don't make it into the hair dye. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that. I'm just gonna have to do this whole chunk. I think this is as good as it's gonna get if I'm being totally honest. I'd rather accidentally dye some brown pieces than leave some non-brown pieces. Does that make sense? Oh, you know what else I really need? I have like a little clippy thing that I found. Let me go find that. Hold on. Found my clippy thing. Okay, gonna open this up. Gonna open this up. I have a wide brush and a skinny brush. So I'm just gonna use the skinny brush for the roots and I'll use the wide brush for the bottom. And then I'm gonna try my best not to use my gloves, but if I have to, then I have to, you know? I'm holding my phone right over here. It's gonna be hard to scroll through and check the questions. We will try our best. Let's see. First question. What's your favorite color? Favorite color is navy blue. People always think that it's purple because purple is my favorite color to wear on my nails, but I actually love navy blue. It is a color that I like always gravitate towards, not necessarily for my hair or my nails, but just like in life, if that makes any sense. Like all of my decor is gray and navy blue. This is already gonna be so hard. I have to use the smallest little strands. So let's start over here. Are you guys ready for several hours of me dyeing my hair? Just kidding, it's not gonna be several hours for you, it's just gonna be several hours for me. Now normally when you're using a brush, you wanna like take your fingers and like, well, I'm not a professional. I shouldn't be telling you guys what to do. But generally what I do is I'll like rub my fingers through it to make sure that I'm getting all the little bits that I need to get. But I'm gonna try not to do that. See if it ruins anything. This could go very wrong. We don't know. This is also extremely dark. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think we're doing fine with the color here. It's not, I mean, I don't think it needs to be wiggled in, you know what I mean? I try to only wiggle in the pink because that is gonna be the part I think that's gonna be the hardest to do. Yeah, I need to touch it. Ruined that idea. I don't even need to, this is like solid too. I don't know how old this magenta hair dye is, but it is very solid. But yeah, like even this piece was totally like dirty blonde. It didn't even get any of the pink on it last time. Okay, I don't even think I should use this brush, to be honest. I think I might just have to do this. I think we might be better off that way, but then how am I supposed to read my phone? Is this a terrible idea? Perhaps. I'm gonna do this. Gonna do face recognition. Doesn't recognize my face right now. Oh, there it is. Okay. Question. What are you currently reading? I just finished a book last night, so I'm only currently reading one book, which is called House of Hollow. I'm not too far into it yet. I've only just gotten to the main like conflict, and I am enthralled so far. It is mysterious. It is mythical. I think I'm gonna be covering up all the purple. There's just something very, I don't know. It feels like a good fall/Halloween read. I'm enjoying it for sure. So we'll see where it goes. I don't know if I recommend it yet, but my instincts are telling me that yes, I recommend it. But I don't know, I still don't know like what exactly is going on. So I might be like, oh, actually I hate this, which happens sometimes. But for now, I love it. I don't know if this is gonna really show up too well, to be honest. I'm getting a little nervous. It might just be a blue into pink situation because I think I'm covering up all of the purple. Maybe I should have just done blue and purple and no pink. I don't know. Too late now. Just kidding. It's actually not too late, but I'm still not gonna change anything. Do you color your hair often or are those extensions? This is my real hair. I have a ton of hair. I actually have an undercut as well because I actually have too much hair. I do dye my hair often. I know for people with thinner hair, it's something that's a little bit more difficult, but I honestly have so much hair that I can afford to damage some of it. But to be honest, I don't really damage it too much. I don't bleach it very often. Yeah, I'm just totally covering up the purple. But maybe the blue fading into the pink will look a little purple, you know what I mean? I hope it does. Yeah, I meant to actually just use my fingers a little bit just to pull the color in, and then I'm gonna wipe it on this destroyed towel. It's funny because this towel is actually white. You guys can't see it, but it is a white towel that I totally stained last time by accident. So I was like, all right, guess it's a hair dye towel now. Yeah, but no, this is my real hair. Do you purchase any polishes anymore? I do, but definitely not very often. The majority of the polishes that I review, I do get sent to me in PR. That's just something that happened over time, you know, as I was making more content, brands would send me their polishes in the hopes that I would review them. So I really only kind of review my favorite brands, but I'm trying to branch out a little bit more and do more reviews of brands because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me to do more indies and stuff like that. So hopefully that will happen, but I also like to take a lot of time to try out the products, test them, and see if I like recommend them before I share them. So it might take a little bit of time, but eventually we will get there. I'm drooling a little bit. What is your opinion on pineapple pizza? I'm gonna be totally honest, I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't know, like how do people decide that that's like the thing they're gonna argue about? You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like that's such like it's a controversial thing and I don't understand why. I've never had pineapple on pizza. I don't eat dairy, so I don't really eat pizza too often. And when I do, it's usually vegan pizza. Never seen a vegan pizza that had pineapple on it. Honestly, I'd probably like it. I do like sweet and savory mixed together. I really like when like my salads have fruit in it. I've had like this pasta dish I used to eat that had like raisins in it. Very good. That's probably a controversial one, but it was good. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of hair dye on my phone. I'm sure it's fine, right? Do you have any more polish collaborations in the works? Stay tuned. That was so embarrassing. That was terrible. I'm gonna leave it in just so you guys know what a loser I am, but yeah, no comment. No comment on that one. I guess we'll have to find out. Love this giant clippy thing. This is a vibe. This outfit, this is cute. Just kidding. This is not the vibe. Next question. My camera's also overheating, so I'm gonna answer another question and then once it cools down, I will come back with an update. But here's the last question for now, which is, do you ever want to get rid of some polishes in your collection? So I mentioned this in the intro of this video, but I am currently doing a declutter and it's something I do pretty often, but I have a really hard time doing it because I hate letting go of polishes. I always have this thought in my mind that's like, well, what if I need this exact color? And it's really not a good mindset to have, but I do get rid of a few hundred polishes, honestly, probably every few months. Pre 2020, I was donating them every few months. It took me a while. Now I feel like a lot of places aren't accepting nail polish, especially if it's used. Yeah, I do declutter as much as I can, but it's always a struggle because I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I need this? I have so many polishes, so I really shouldn't hold on to all of them. The camera's dying, so I'm gonna shut it off and then I will come back to you when I'm more done than this small section. Oh my gosh, there's hair dye all over my camera now. Fine, it's fine, right? It's fine. I'm sure that's fine. So this is actually going pretty quick. I don't know if you can see, but I pretty much did half of the amount of hair and it kind of looks the same. The only difference is that obviously we're doing navy blue this time, so it's looking darker so far. And again, I don't have the purple, but I'm kind of like blending the navy blue and the magenta together so that it kind of still makes a purple. So we'll just keep on going and I'll answer some more questions. So let me actually, before I finish this strand, let's see what other questions we have. Favorite pasta shape? That's a great question. Nobody's ever asked me that before, actually. So I feel like there are two pasta shapes that I really love. I mean, I'm personally of the belief that each different type of like pasta meal should have a different shape. Like there are some things that just always you should have a certain type for, you know? Like if you're doing sausage, little sausage and garlic pasta, it's gotta be bow ties. Absolutely gotta be bow ties. There's things that obviously, you know, you need spaghetti for, stuff like that. If you're doing some sort of like cream sauce, it's gotta be fettuccine. But my two favorites are definitely penne and rigatoni. So that's the ones I usually buy. I love how you're embracing your style. Where have you been shopping at to help revamp it? So this is kind of tricky because I feel like there are not that many stores that sell alternative clothes that are like not insanely expensive. So a lot of what I do is I will just buy from stores that aren't necessarily alternative and just buy their most alternative looking stuff. There are definitely a few places that I have been buying from. Goth Mall is one. It's a little pricey, but I feel like they have some items that are pretty affordable. I don't have too much from there. Rags and Rituals is a shop that I've been buying from a lot lately. I feel like this piece of hair is just brown, but that's fine. We're just gonna go with it. I recently made a big order on Amazon for some alternative clothing. I'm gonna be doing a video very soon on this channel of, you know, like trying goth / alternative clothes on Amazon and seeing, you know, if it's worth it, because they definitely are a cheaper alternative and there's like a lot of independent sellers on there, but I feel like it's kind of tough to know, like, do I spend my money on this so that I would help you guys out and also have an excuse to buy a bunch of clothes. So that's coming soon. I'm just waiting for a couple of things to come in. There are some things that are coming from China. They are taking a long time. What is your favorite geek thing after Pokemon? So I don't know that I've ever talked about this on YouTube. I definitely have mentioned it a few times on Twitch, but I I'm a big Skyrim fan. I really like Skyrim. I used to play it on Ryan's computer all the time, and I feel like that was actually a huge part of why he helped me build my own computer, because he was getting a little tired of me constantly using his computer to play Skyrim. I'm a huge Skyrim fan. I play it on easy mode. I don't like take it too seriously, to be totally honest. I feel like for me, games are the most fun when they're not too challenging. So I don't want to like stress myself out. I don't think that's worth it. So I like playing games that kind of just relax me. And I feel like Skyrim is so fun, like just making potions, picking flowers and stuff. Like I literally just run around and do all the side quests, pick a bunch of flowers, make a bunch of potions, and that's kind of it. I also play it in the third person because I can't play POV games. They make me so nauseated. So yeah, that's one of the few games that you can switch like from third person to POV, which is nice. Not recognizing my face again. Okay, there we are. All right, next question. Do you want to have children? No, I actually do not. I think this is becoming a lot more accepted, but I've just never really wanted to have kids. When I was younger, the thought of like being a mother was something that stressed me out a lot. It was something that I felt like a lot of pressure about, but once I got older, I realized that I don't have to have kids and that there are some people that just choose not to, and that's awesome. So that is the path that I ended up taking, and now I'm 30 years old. I have never changed my mind. And I never will, to be honest, because it was something that I never wanted, and like I said, it was just always something that really stressed me out. But yeah, I feel like the most stressful thing about that is I am constantly being told by people like, oh, you'll change your mind when you find the right person, or like, oh, you're gonna change your mind, like who's gonna take care of you when you're old? It's like, well, I mean, first of all, I think it's kind of offensive to say you'll change your mind when you find the right person, and I hate that people say that to me. If you guys didn't know, I was in a relationship for almost 6 years before I met Ryan. Well, no, that's not true. We knew each other, but before I started dating him. One of the huge difficulties in that relationship was he wanted to have kids and I did not. And that ended up being one of the things that was just a deal breaker for me. You know, I was like, I don't think I can ever do it. So I left that relationship in part because I didn't want to have kids. So when people say like, oh, you'll change your mind when you find the right person, it's like, well, if I meet a person that I fall in love with and they do want to have kids, then I know they're not the right person for me. Yeah, anyway, so we're not having kids. I don't love that. And then the other thing that people say a lot is, oh, who's going to take care of you when you're older? I mean, having kids is really expensive, so I imagine I'm going to save some money by not having kids, and then I can just live in a really nice assisted living facility, and that is who's going to take care of me. Because I also think there's no guarantee, you know, if I had kids, there's no guarantee that they would take care of me either. I feel like that's kind of a silly reason to have kids. I think the reason to have kids, and I don't have a problem with anybody else having kids, I actually, I don't want to say anything that's compromising their privacy, but I do have nibblings, which is the gender neutral term for nieces and nephews, and I love them. Like, I cherish them. I love being an aunt. I think it's so much fun. I love those kids. I love playing with them. I love taking care of them. So yeah, I don't have a problem with other people wanting kids, with other people making the decision to have kids. I think it's awesome, but it's just not the right path for me. And I think the reason to have kids is because you want them, and not because, you know, you want somebody to take care of you when you're old. So, and I personally don't want them, so I'm not gonna have them. Sorry, that was a whole rant. I feel like I wanted to address all of my thoughts on it. What kind of job is your ideal job outside of YouTube? My ideal job would be to be a writer. I would love to just be an author. That would be so cool. I do write. I haven't written in a really long time. I'd like to get back to it soon. I feel like the spooky season is when I always start writing again, so I'm hoping that I will be very inspired. It's just hard. It's hard to make time for it because I have so many other things going on, and then that's the hobby that always ends up falling to the wayside. I would love to eventually publish a book and then maybe just be a full-time author. That would be so cool. That would be a fun job. Question. Oh, another person asked if I want kids. I guess that's a popular question to be asking somebody my age, because you start thinking like, okay, are you Are you starting to plan for a family? But I like the 2-person family. Have you ever gotten a salon manicure / would you get them now? I have. I think I've gotten 2 manicures in my life at a salon before I ever got into doing my nails. I've gotten pedicures before. I've probably gone like 5 or 6 times now because it's something that I do with my sister-in-law, or I haven't in over a year, but it's something that we usually do together, which is fun. Like a little self-care activity together. So I went to a fraternity formal in college. I don't even know how I managed to get an invite because I was never really friends with people in fraternities. I was not in a sorority, but I did get myself invited to a fraternity formal and I got a French manicure for it. I don't remember anything at all about it. I just remember her being like, do you want your nails square or round? And I was like, who? What? Who does their nails square? Round, obviously. And now I always think about that because I'm like, wow, I am very much a square nail person. So I don't know why I didn't know that was a thing back then, but now I know. I mean, at this point, it's been so long since I've had round nails that maybe I'll try it sometime, but I don't know. I really just like my squares. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on here, but it's going pretty well. Let me pour a little bit more of this in here. This is a great question. What sloth photo most encompasses Ryan's personality? So, my boyfriend Ryan, I am 100% convinced that he either was a sloth in a past life or is somehow accidentally a sloth that was placed into a human body because he looks like a sloth and he talks like a sloth and he acts like a sloth. And there is actually a photo of a sloth that I think looks a lot like him. Ooh, I hear him. I hope he's not like, what are you talking about? But I do actually have a picture of a sloth that comes up when he calls me because I saw this sloth picture and I was like, this is 100% Ryan. So I will put it up on the screen so you can see. So that's the picture that pops up when Ryan calls me. Okay, if you could do anything / go anywhere right now, what would you do? Any time of year outside of this time of year, my go-to answer is just to say like, I want to go to like an island vacation and just sit on the beach and do nothing. But now that it's spooky season, I feel like I just want to be here in New Jersey. Ideally, if I could choose like an activity to be doing right now, it would be like going pumpkin picking and apple picking and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year. I would really like to though. My number one, like I would choose doing that in like a comfortable setting than going on a tropical vacation because that is how much I love autumn and how much I love doing like typical autumn things. I'm starting to sweat here. I'm wearing sweatpants. Did you go to college? Yes, I did. Well, I don't know if I should share where I went to college, but I will say I did get a full academic scholarship to college. I always say if I could, I would love to go back to college and just do it over again, but instead of like being a social person, I would just learn as much as possible. Camera's overheating again. I didn't get through all of the questions, but I'm almost done. I only have this one little strand left, so I'm gonna catch up with you guys once my hair is done. I'll show you what it looks like and then I'll answer a few more of the questions. So see you when this is done. Hello guys, it is the next day. My hair is dyed. It looks very similar. I want to say almost the same. The pink turned out really good. It's a little bit darker than it was last time. The blue is also, I think, a little bit darker than last time, but overall very satisfied with it. But I also figured, since I'm already doing a vlog, I just went to Target and I thought I would show you guys a little haul of what I bought because this is actually the first time that I've been in a Target store since the beginning of 2020. I had a good time. So let me show you guys what I ordered. Oh, by the way, this stuff back here, this is my Halloween costume that I'm getting together, so I'm sure you can tell based on this what it is. But yeah, don't mind that. That's just a mess that I'm currently just dealing with. Okay, so mini Target haul. Here's the stuff that I got. So it was supposed to be, I was going for Halloween stuff, but I wasn't a huge fan of the majority of the Halloween stuff they had, so I ended up just picking up a few candles and then some other stuff. I did get candy corn because I love it. I got the autumn mix because I like the pumpkins a lot. I got this white pumpkin candle. It smells so good. I smelled everything with a mask on, so it was kind of hard to tell what smelled like what. But I just picked the stuff that smelled good through the mask. I also got this midnight forest candle. Thought matched the apartment. This one smells so good. I don't know how to describe this smell. Let me see if it says something on it. It does not. It smells extremely good. I also got the Macintosh and Pumpkin candle. I'm not a huge fan of apple scents, but this one smells so good. And I figured I would get sick of it quickly, so I got this mini one, but it was really cheap. Probably still kind of a lot for, you know, non-Bath & Body Works candles, but I knew I was going to get sick of it, so I just wanted a small one. Then I also, this is the stuff that's not at all related to decor, but I got some trail mix. This one's called Coconuts. It's got cashews, coconut macaroon flavored almonds, semi-sweet chocolate chunks, and dried coconut. I just thought it looked really delicious, so I got it. By the way, my nails are a little stained. And then I picked up this notebook, which there was an open one, so I saw what it looked like on the inside, but I'll show you guys. I was really excited about this one because I keep a bullet journal. I've told you guys about it before, but then I also do like to journal, and I've kind of been trying to figure out what I want to do with journaling. So I used to journal into the bullet journal and like have like journal entries in my bullet journal, but it's also like my calendar and stuff, so I didn't love having those together. And then I was journaling on my computer, but I didn't love that either. So this is the book. It's like a linen cover, and then the reason that I got it, that I really like it, is because it's like this cream paper. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like got the lines, and then it's got the red line. I don't know, it reminds me of like school lined paper. So I thought it would just be a nice little journaling journal. And then the last thing I got is the Sharpie S-Gel pens. And I've heard a lot of good things about these, specifically for bullet journaling, and I've heard that they're very good for lefties because they don't smudge. And I saw that it was like the same price as the regular pens that I buy. So I got this, and it said there's 2 free pens. I don't know, I fell for the hype. But anyway, that was my little hair journey. Getting a little bit darker for the fall season, and also, you know, just retouching it up. I'm probably gonna do something a little bit funky for Halloween, so I'll probably be back with another hair dyeing vlog within the month. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.